Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning to everyone. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Mira Kartiwi, the Director of CPD, respected speaker yang berbahagia Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Feham Ghalib, fellow colleagues, professors, associate professors, doctors, brothers and sisters. Welcome to today's CPD webinar organized by the E-Learning and Micro-Credential Unit under the Deputy Director, Associate Professor Dr. Wirawani. She is today still having sore throats after returning back from Umrah, so I'll be replacing her. For today, as the moderator, I am Dr. Muhammad Ashraf bin Rostam, the Deputy Director for PDU of the CPD. Before we begin our session, let us seek blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for today's program to run smoothly and benefit us all. I would like to invite everyone to recite Surah Al-Fatiha. Ameen, Ameen Ya Rabbal Alameen. Today's webinar is on H5P or HTML5 package in Ita'Leem, designing assessments and effective feedback that promote academic integrity in digital learning. At the end of this session, participants will be able to identify suitable H5P content types for formative assessment, apply basic academic integrity principles when designing digital assessments, develop one simple H5P activity aligned with a course learning outcome, and use H5P in Ita'Leem to provide clear, constructive feedback. And this is in line with the IIM mission number 2 and number 4, which is to produce better quality intellectuals and to nurture the quality of holistic excellence, which includes in the process of learning. To begin our program, I would like to invite the Director of CPD, Professor Dr. Mira Kartiwi, to deliver her welcoming remarks. Please welcome.
Can you hear me, Dr. Asra? Okay, good. Alhamdulillah. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi hadana li hadza wa ma kunna linahtadiya laula an hadanallah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammad abduhu wa rasuluh. So thank you so much, Dr. Ashraf, Jazakumullah khair for assisting us, especially Dr. Vera, who is currently recovering. And let's pray that may Allah bless her with good health, and then she will be recover and then join us again in the future training program, inshallah. And also I would like to thank Sister Uzma for preparing this session as well. And of course, special thanks to my Ustaz, my Sheikh, Ustaz Dr. Associate Professor Dr. Feham, my murabi. So thank you so much, Sheikh, for your time and then making sure that everything is in place. And then not only you are preparing for the sessions, you also have prepared for the platform. So I believe today we would be able to see it live in actions in Ita'Leem. So everyone can start preparing for our class, which will start a few days away. And may this be a blissful journey, because blissful journey, because we're going to start our semester during the Ramadan. So inshallah, I'm very sure this will be a very meaningful trainings, because we will learn on how to navigate the platform, preparing us ourselves to be a better murabi and teacher inshallah next semester. And we will learn from someone who has been around, and in fact he has been handling e-learning himself for during his role in CPD. So we are in good hands, inshallah. So thank you so much again, and to all participants, may Allah bless you for your good heart and your time, investing your time to learn. Uh, what will speak better than our words is actually our actions, and our students will witness how our effort to make things better will also enrich the learning experience in class. So jazakumullah khair, barakallahu fikum wa ahlikum jami'an. Again, thank you so much for everything. Barakallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Prof. Mira. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the highlight of today's session, our invited speaker. So allow me to have the honor to read a brief introduction of our distinguished speaker. Dr. Mohd Feham holds a PhD in education, specializing in educational technology from the University of Science Malaysia, Penang, awarded in 2006. He also earned his master's degree in teaching Arabic as a foreign language from the American University in Cairo in 1999. Prior to that, he completed his bachelor's degree in Arabic language and literature at the International Islamic University, Malaysia in 1993. In terms of his academic and professional roles, Dr. Mohd Feham currently serves as an associate professor in the Department of Arabic Language and Literature, AbdulHamid AbuSulayman, Kulliyyah of Revealed Knowledge and Human Sciences, IIUM. He is also a former master trainer with ACEPT and a member of IIUM Educator 4.0. Beyond his teaching and training roles, Dr. Mohd Feham has made significant institutional contributions. He participated in the development of the university's learning management system, reflecting his expertise in educational technology and digital learning innovation. He has also been appointed as a member of the Open Education Committee and the Micro-Credentials Committee, further demonstrating his commitment to advancing flexible and future-ready education. In the area of research and publications, Dr. Feham has authored numerous peer-reviewed articles on technology-enhanced Arabic language teaching. He has presented his research at both local and international conferences and seminars, contributing to scholarly discussions and in educational technology and language pedagogy. In terms of projects and professional engagements, he has been involved in multiple government and industry-supported projects related to educational technology. He continues to explore and advocate the benefits of contemporary technologies in enhancing Arabic language education. With his strong academic foundation, extensive research contributions, and commitment to educational innovation, we are truly honored to have him with us today. Some housekeeping announcements. Please keep your microphones muted for the entire session. Post your questions in the chat or raise your hand if you would like to speak. The I attend link will be shared after 10:30 for attendance, and participants are required to complete the evaluation form within 24 hours to earn the CPD points. So CPD points require attendance, evaluation form, and session presence. With that, I would like to welcome our speaker to deliver his talk. Please welcome Dr. Feham.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me share my presentation. Okay, can you see my screen there?
Yep, all good.
Okay. Let's make it bigger. Okay. So that's the first of all, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Sorry,
Expected.
Dr. Feham, it's not in the full screen mode. It's still in
Okay.
the, yeah.
How to make it in full screen?
There's the
I
green
click
button.
there, but it's still for me it's a full screen, but I'm not sure for the rest is not in full screen.
Yeah.
So well, we have no issue. I think we can still move with the presentation later because once I move to the larger screen, full screen, that particular screen is not been shared. What been shared is actually the browser screen of Canva. But we can still move on and see the content of our presentation, let the technicalities, because we can cover the technicalities with the explanation, my explanation. Maybe we can another time test the I mean some of the what difficulty in handling the technicalities later.
Yep, sure.
Okay, so thank you very much. Respected Prof. Dr. Mira and all my colleagues, friends of IIUM. Currently, we have quite a number of crowd attending this workshop, which is on H5P in Ita'Leem Integrity Impact, elevating digital assessment and feedback in the modern classroom. I will cover several, issues. If we move to the outline of the presentation, so the outline is as displayed, where I will cover the introduction first, pertaining to the concept of H5P, and then we'll move to the basics of how we can go about doing with H5P in Ita'Leem. And then we'll see the hands-on activities that I really feel that every one of you, you have your Ita'Leem open so that you can navigate and see the actual experience of how you interact with Ita'Leem, because doing learning by doing is the best that we can have in the arena, especially when we're dealing with the technicalities. Okay. And of course, I will cover some of the issues pertaining to the some selected issues pertaining to the assessment and how we can present H5P in a better way to cover some of those issues, especially pertaining to integrity, pertaining to the giving feedback, and as stated in the title. I touched the title. I'm not sure fully that I will cover best the title as given to me. And last but not least, the item number 5, which is tips and challenges that we should take into consideration when we're dealing with H5P, as well as dealing with the online assessment. Okay. We have about 2 hours, even less than 2 hours now. I will go about 1 hour and a half, and then let the rest of the time allocated for if there is any Q&A from the crowd, inshallah. Okay. So hopefully everything okay with the arrangement, inshallah. Okay. So we move next to the introduction. Okay, so H5P, H5P. In a nutshell, H5P is HTML5. HTML5 enriched with multimedia content. It is an open source framework, okay, which facilitate everyone to create, share, use and reuse interactivity or interactive elements like picture, giving input, audio, video, in fact, and then interact with those elements in interactivity or interactive environment. Okay, you can interact with those elements and give your input. While at the same time, I mean, the technology will enable you to see the feedback. I mean, it's not one-way communication, it is actually two-way communication. So previously, maybe we just view the content in one-way manner, but now we can do it in two-way communication between you and the content. And it's not only text-based content, it's actually interactive with interactive content enriched with interactive elements, video, audio, pictures, shapes, whatever interactive elements that you can name it, you can have it, those elements there in H5P. Okay, so for example, we can have interactive video, and you can interact with the video by embedding some question. Okay, and then student can interact with the video and answer those questions, or maybe some queries that you ask your student to give their responses. You can have it in the form of like interactive presentation as well. Okay. Uh, the technology that I'm talking here is actually the nature of the technology H5P. Okay, whether it's fully supported by the platform, that's another issue. Okay, that's another issue. Okay, so that's the technology, the capability of the technology, because we have different platforms with different range of degree of support for H5P. You have like 100 support of H5P. We have a platform which is like 80% of support for H5P, not fully H5P element can be implemented. So it depends. But the technology itself, that's the technology. Okay, H5P, HTML5. Or you can put it in a form like quizzes with range of formats, drag, drop, hotspots, single answer, single choice, MCQ, multiple choice. You can have it like a branching scenario. You can have it in the form of like a presentation, interactive presentation, and so on and so forth. Okay. So to list it, I will just show you what are those elements in details later in my presentation. Okay, why it's very pertinent as far as higher education is concerned. Okay, because this element, okay, and the technology itself, H5P support active learning. Okay, you can give rich information, you can enrich the content, learning content, and then you can initiate your student to give their input, feedback. So it's active learning from not only from your side, but you will receive input, response from the other side, from your students. Okay, you trigger them to be active learners. We have the notion of like learner-centered learning and what situated learning. We have constructivism notion of thinking and so on and so forth, which in the end it's been coined as active. On the top of that, responsive design, it's applicable to all platforms, desktop, smartphone, tablets. Okay, you can view it in different displays. Okay, whether you're using smartphone, you can view it in a convenient way, or you are using desktop or even tablets. Okay, so the design itself is responsive. where it can be viewed. The content itself is very responsive. The design is responsive, where the content can be viewed in different range of platforms, particularly smartphone lah nowadays, as well as tablets, and of course desktop and laptops. And the standard, because so it's been developed by the community, and the community is very active. Okay, the community is very active. So the modern web standards are there. Okay, it support diverse range style with those standards. Okay, you may have the recent standard, and those standards also integrated. It enable you to apply latest technology in the H5P. Okay. It's not that very recent, but just I think couple of months, not year back, there is AR support for H5P. Okay, but it's very limited, but it's there. Augmented reality. Okay, yeah. So you will see that it's been the expansion of H5P is increasing from time to time. Okay, from time to time. On the top of, we have currently AI, we have H5P in the picture. Even we can combine the two, and I show you how you can combine those in my presentation, inshallah. And it's open source. The community is very active. Okay, the community is very active. So you can, you can enjoy the way of how to use H5P for your, for educational purposes in particular. Okay. In regards to Ita'Leem, there is a place. Okay, there is a place where you can store all your H5P in one single in one single storage. Okay, so you can share those H5P with others, with your colleagues. Okay, you can build different range types of H5P elements. Again, as I mentioned earlier, with caution, different platforms, have different degree of support for H5P. Okay, I will show you how the degree of support that we have in our Ita'Leem, because we have different other platforms where they have, different degree, or maybe more, maybe less, of H5P support. Okay, for their platforms. Okay, in case of Ita'Leem, we have different degree of support for H5P, but this is very, it's very good to utilize and make use of those H5P elements, okay, in order to enrich your content and create interactive, way of learning with your students, okay. On the creating range of H5P elements, you can also upload your own H5P. Maybe you have created H5P elements using different platform. You can import, you can upload, okay, the H5P file, and then store in Ita'Leem, and then share with your students. So it's in nature, the content can be shared, the content can be uploaded, and then the content can be shared with your students, even with your colleagues, if they want to use the same, they call it what? Learning, I couldn't remember, I forgot the term. It's not artifacts, but call it what? Dr. Mira, can you tell me?
Product of learning.
Learning modalities. Okay, what? Yeah?
Is it product of learning?
Okay, you can make product of learning, but there is a term. It's not artifacts, but it's like learning materials, learning modalities that you can share with others, and it can be used and reused many times. Okay. Okay, so we move to another. This is the nature of what we may have in H5P.
Chef
Okay.
Feham, sorry to interrupt. Do you mind if I make it larger? I think I can just assist because some having difficulty.
I make it larger just now.
If I can have remote control, I will assist from my side.
Let me see. Approve. Okay.
Okay.
Confirm.
Okay. All
And
right.
just a
So
second.
yeah, I will navigate from here. So it's actually just share, and then there will be present button. I cannot click on the share. So yeah, you just need to click on share and there will be present button.
Okay. So I just unshare first, and then share once again. The whole desktop or what?
Yeah, just that page there is in your current page. There is a share button on the top next to send to teacher.
Is that okay now?
Yeah, this is good. Yes, alhamdulillah. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Maybe my mistake. I share only window just now, not the whole screen. Now I share the whole screen. Well, everyone can see my screen. Well, advantage and
Jazakallah.
disadvantage actually. Okay. Okay. Very sorry, Prof. Mira, and Dr. Ashraf. Okay, so those are actually the H5P elements. Okay, long list of H5P elements. You can insert the image juxtaposition, image pairing, image sequencing, slider. You can even add drag and drop. You have like other interactive element like what? Uh, where is well, it's not been listed here, but it's part of the list. Interactive presentation. We have interactive view, and then we have branching, and then we have book, interactive book, and it's actually a long list of items, elements that we may have in H5P. Okay, technology HTML5. Okay, now we may see what we have at hand at the moment, which is in our Ita'Leem. Okay, in our Ita'Leem. So in our Ita'Leem, let me okay, everyone can see my content. Okay. So this is Ita'Leem. This is Ita'Leem. Okay. Before that, can I put the mana pula pergi ni? Mana tadi? Ke sini. Okay. When I'm switching from one screen to another, I think maybe it's convenient for me to be at this at this status where I can move back and forth from Ita'Leem and then move to Canva. In Ita'Leem we have two options: dealing or adding H5P elements. Okay. You can put it in the form of H5P elements using blue icon, or you can put it using H5P interactive content with some differences. Hello, yeah. Okay, just let me focus my explanation. You can ask me later during our Q&A time, inshallah. Okay, for H5P, H5P is actually integrated and built in with the Ita'Leem, which is originally a Moodle, because Ita'Leem is a Moodle platform. Okay, so it's there with good integration, and then there are some advantages having that integrative feature where you can use H5P elements for assessment, and then you can see, I mean, marks scored by the students doing the activities, and then having the activities completed end of the session or end of the study. And then it allows, of course, reuse many times again and again in other courses, because we have that in the place in the storage in Ita'Leem. As I mentioned earlier, there is a storage for you to store H5P elements. Bear in mind, when we are talking about interactive elements where we have pictures, we have audio, we have videos, maybe it requires storage. Okay, it requires storage, a place for you to store all those contents. Okay, so we have that in the Ita'Leem storage. I'm not sure each of our lecturer been allocated with how many, space or size for the storage. Well, that question is actually not for me. You may ask Prof. Mira, but there is a storage. There's a storage for you in Ita'Leem, okay, where you can create all your H5P content and put those contents there in Ita'Leem. Another option is, the second option is using interactive content with black icon. Okay, you may realize those two icons when you want to add the content later in the Ita'Leem. Okay, for interactive content, this is actually originated from the community of H5P and not from the Moodle, not from, the platform of Ita'Leem community, but actually from the H5P community, which is different community developing the the plugin needed to insert H5P elements in Moodle. Currently, which one is the best has been advised by the platform, which is Moodle. H5P is the best if you want to use and manipulate H5P elements in Moodle platform. For interactive content, because the support is not yet strong, and maybe in future, Moodle community will discontinue this plugin. So I may advise you to use the first, which is blue icon H5P, rather than H5P interactive content. But there are some differences. Okay, there are some differences between the two. You may observe and see those differences later during my presentation. Okay, so how to view that in Ita'Leem? You can have it like open Ita'Leem there. Okay. Okay. When you scroll down, this is my dedicated course for this training. HIP requested earlier. Because I have not even a single course in Ita'Leem at the moment. So we have it, the first blue icon for H5P with blue icon. Where to get that? Okay. If you move to the your course, everyone, I believe that you open your Ita'Leem and then you enter one of your courses. you can have it using add an activity or resource. I move down here. You click on make sure you are on editing mode. Make sure you are on editing mode. Okay, because once you are on editing mode, then you can see all those small icons appear, buttons appear, and then you may have add an activity or resource. When you click on it, you will see there is a blue icon, blue in color, H5P, and then another one is black in color, interactive content. Okay, this is the one I've stated earlier. H5P integrated with the Moodle environment in the better way. Whereas the black one is H5P plugin created by h5p.org community. And it may be discontinued in future. Okay, so we ask everyone to opt to H5P with blue icon rather than the black one. Okay, but you can still using it at the moment. Okay, okay. So for those are the two buttons, and then we move to where we can get the storage. Okay, okay. The storage is actually dedicated only for the blue icon. Okay, for the blue icon, you may have all your H5P elements stored there or content stored there in Ita'Leem. Where you can get that? We can get that under content bank. As I've stated earlier, you move to your, you go into your course. Then up there you have course setting, participant, grades, reports. Then another one, like 3 dots, click on it, you have content bank. Okay. So when you click on it, you may have your content bank. Okay. Where you can add your H5P element here. Okay. Those are the list of interactive content or interactive elements that you may find for H5P. Okay. If you observe, the list is actually quite limited. If you want to compare with the long list of H5P technology, if I shared with all of you just now, okay, we have it also here, but the content is quite limited. Not all H5P elements, you may find those here. Okay. So those are actually the H5P content supported by Ita'Leem and built in with the platform. Okay. What is the advantage of having it been built in the platform? You can you can integrate those elements as part of your assessment. You can calculate the marks, you can calculate student scores, and so on and so forth. It's part of the platform itself. Okay. Whereas the black icon, you don't have that feature. Okay. The integration is quite limited. You will find it difficult for you to, if you create H5P as assessment tool, you may find it difficult to get student scores and have the scores stored in your course. Okay, so these are actually the built-in H5P with blue icon. I hope that the idea is clear. Okay, the idea is clear. We have long list but quite limited. If you want to compare with the one I have shared with all of you just now, for H5P, complete package. Okay, if say for example you want to create one, then you go to, say for example, you want to create a quiz, for instance, a quiz. Just a second. Where is single? Where is it? Single choice. Where is single choice? That's good. Yeah, single choice set. which is like a question with some options. Only one single question is the correct one. Okay, so you just click on it, then there you go. You have all those empties needed to be filled in with the info. This is question, and then you can move to another question, question 2, with the options. Alternative is actually the option 1, 2, 3, and the rest you can add more questions again and again. And currently the default is 2, but you can add more. You can add more questions. So one single question, you may have 3. The default is like two options. You can add more answer, like option 3. So one single question may have more than, how many options you want. For one single question is up to you. But only one option is the accurate one. Okay. Which one is the correct one? The first one. It's stated here. Alternative 1 is the correct one. Whereas the rest is actually for you to create some sort of like testing the student knowledge to make sure that only the accurate one selected by the student. Okay. You can add more questions. There is add question button here. And then you may have overall feedback based on the score range. You can create one or score range 1, 0 to 50, for instance. Say for example, you may put it here like fail is very sarcastic. please read carefully. Okay. Then you can have it here, say for example 50. So below 50 is like a student need to study more. It is 50 to can have satisfactory. Okay. And then maybe like 60. And then this one is good. If it is like to 80, above 80, you can have it like excellence. Okay. So these are actually the past feedback that you may insert once the student completed the quiz. Consists of maybe certain number of questions, 10 for instance. This particular feedback will be displayed. Okay, if all questions the student having those questions correct, then feedback, the last feedback, which is excellent, will appear, and so on and so forth. For good, satisfactory, please read carefully. Yeah. We may have another option like behavioral setting. Okay, you want to make it continue. You want to make it with sound effect. Okay, normally for retry button and show solution, I deselect those 2 options because we want the student to complete the quiz or the question set. End of the quiz, the solution will appear maybe, and the retry button will appear. Okay, and maybe the feedback as well as the score that student obtained will also appear. So most of the time, I will enable our deselect retry button and deselect solution button. Okay, there are actually for the translation, but it's not that really. Unless you want to change the instruction with different language like Arabic or maybe other languages or Malay, for instance. So you just change all those labels with the intended language. We may have option here as well. Okay. Okay, so those are actually the idea of how one single item of H5P can be embedded or can be created. Okay, can be created. So one save, you can click one completed, you can click save button. So you have it there in your content. Okay, you can have it there in your content, been listed as one H5P item under content bank. Currently, I have some. I can add more, and then you can see name of those items listed here under content bank. This is only for the creation of the content using the Ita'Leem integrative feature, okay, of H5P. In order to display the content to your student, you have to move to the course, okay, and then you scroll down until you see maybe a place for you to add the content. I want to add it here, okay. So I just add an activity or resource. Then I click H5P, the blue button, because we are now talking about the blue button. And then I have created just now a quiz. I name it a quiz, maybe quiz 2, for instance. Okay, maybe the topic is about what? About internet and education. Just what we feel relevant to the nature of the quiz content. And then down here, you can retrieve from the content bank your H5P item that you have created just now. So I click here, add, and go to the content bank. This is the one of the item I have in my content bank, which is H5P element. Okay, quiz 1. So just click on it. Okay, and I select this item or select this file. There you go. Okay, you can set the other options of H5P, like the how many attempts you want to allow your student to do the quiz. There are some flexibility if you want to compare H5P and the assessment in Ita'Leem. I hope that this idea is clearer to all of you. The function of H5P is more to enrich the content and to it's like a formative assessment to your students, or maybe like a training ground for your student, to have them to familiar with the content, to make sure that their understanding is correct. Okay, so it's more to formative assessment in nature, how to build their skills. It's not for ultimate assessment. It's not for ultimate assessment. Because H5P, I think Prof Mira knows better than me. Okay, then there are some, I call it what loopholes for those who know IT in a manner in a dark manner. It can be penetrated. So that's why it's not advisable to use H5P for ultimate assessment. Okay, for quiz for your grading, for instance, quiz for your 20% grade of the course. You better use assignment for that purpose, or maybe quiz in Ita'Leem rather than H5P. H5P, the function of H5P is to enrich the content that you want to share with your students. Okay, because enrichment of the content is very pertinent here, because students, they will appreciate the content when they learn more from it, rather than straightforward. When you have a content with that utilize or a content utilize different sources of info. You have picture, you have audio, you have interactivity here and there. Student will appreciate that. Okay, rather than straightforward PDF file, reading oriented. Okay, so the purpose of H5P is to enrich the content. To a certain extent, maybe you want to train your student to get themselves familiar with the course content, with the subject that they are learning. Okay, that's the purpose. Okay. So maybe the attempts, normally we just enable the attempt again and again and again. The highest will be recorded, okay, from the student, tries. They can have first try, second try, and so on and so forth. the first try, maybe they obtain like 50%, second try, they obtain more, and the third try, they can obtain better. Okay. Yeah. So once done, you can click save and return to course, or maybe save and display. I click here, save and return to course, because to make it faster, you can see from topic 3, this is the quiz. Okay. When I click on it, I can have the quiz displayed. Okay. Because this is I'm in preview mode, that the no attempt checking will be stored. So this is actually because I'm an instructor, so I view the content under preview mode. I can just view the content, but my score will not be recorded. So let's say just a quick to make it quick. Okay. This is a single set, single choice set. There you go. Because less than 50%. So the first feedback, which is read the notes and revise carefully, will appear. Okay, if it's like more than 50%, different feedback will appear. Okay, as we have said earlier. Okay, we have set the setting of general feedback earlier. Okay. Yeah, I believe that everyone, I mean, you will get the idea how you can create one item of H5P, in particular single choice set. Okay, you will have multiple choice and so on and so forth. But in Ita'Leem integrative H5P, option, we have quite limited of H5P elements display. Those are actually the elements that you can utilize and add in your Ita'Leem course. Okay. We move to the how about the black one? Okay, the black one, the black icon, interactive content. So just open back to Ita'Leem. Okay, so I move to my course content. Okay. If you want to add the second option using interactive content, so you can, it's not from the content bank. So, okay, I mean, you have different track of procedure, how to add the item. Okay. Where you click add an activity or resource immediately, and then click interactive content from there. There you go. So you have interactive content. You may name the description here. And then you have long list of H5P elements different from the one displayed earlier using the blue icon. Okay. You have multiple choice. We don't have that in our blue icon. You have interactive video. We don't have that, but we have it here in interactive content. We have accordion. We have so on and so forth. Long list of content. There you go. Okay. Yeah, we have interactive book even. Okay, we have more actually. We have virtual tour 360. We have that also in our Ita'Leem blue icon. We have a lot more actually. We have branching. We have interactive presentation. We have yeah. Okay. So if you want to see the details, so for instance, I click here, virtual tour 360. Okay. And then you want to see how this works. Okay. Just click content demo. When you click content demo, that will bring you to the H5P website with examples and H5P that you can have those downloaded, and then you can use them for your own purpose. Yeah. So this is actually for the virtual tour 360 example. I can make it bigger. I'm not sure whether you have the same screen with me or not. Okay. It's actually created using, using H5P, and we have this element as well in the blue icon of H5P. It's actually video. It's not working at the moment, but maybe the link of the video, changes. Okay. So those are actually every one of the element that you may see it here. You can see the actual demo from the H5P website, h5p.org. Okay. Now click here, examples and downloads. We may have here the whole H5P elements along with the examples and demo. Okay. So those examples and demo can be downloaded. You can have and then get it and put it as a template, for instance, for yourself, and then change whatever necessary to be changed, and then share with your students. Okay, provided that the elements supported in Ita'Leem, that's another issue. There's another issue. You have like branching standard scenario, but if you click branching scenario, this is the scenario of branching. You can like start a game, and then there's one another option, and then you may go from one option to another. Then you can proceed. It's actually, it will guide you using different paths of learning. Okay. You may have it in, this is course presentation I stated earlier, like a place where you put everything in single presentation along with the questions. Let me put it bigger, along with the questions. Okay, there you go. And then along with the slides, each slide we have interactivity up till the end, and then video. You can also add video in the as part of the content in a course presentation. How to get those contents downloaded? Okay, how to get those content downloaded? So I put here, say, single choice, the simplest lah, okay, to make it then make our life easier. So single choice set, I click on it. Okay, so we have list of like 2 questions. You can add more later. If you observe, there is a link, reuse the content down here. Yeah. So when you click on it, the file can be downloaded in H5P format. And in this particular file, you can utilize and reuse in Ita'Leem. Because in Ita'Leem, we have single choice set. Okay, in both options, either in blue icon or in black icon. But it's better to use the blue icon because it's integrated in Ita'Leem. If you feel that you want to store some of the student scores in your course. Okay, so it can be downloaded. Just click here, download as H5P file, then you have it there in on your desktop, which later can be uploaded to Ita'Leem. Say, for example, I click here, download, yes, allow. So you have it here. Okay, so the file is there in H5P format. So for each of the example, you have that option. You have that option. Okay, so this is another. Okay, to get the idea. It's like the way of how the image changes, or the images change from one status to another, from one mood to another. Okay. How it can be done? You just download. You can download the H5P and see. You can have it here. You use the content, click on it. Then you have the H5P file available to be downloaded. Click on it. And then there you go. So you have the file there on your desktop. You can view, upload the content in Ita'Leem, and then view some of the options if you want to somehow modify for your own purpose. You maybe change the image with another and see. So it's actually learning by doing. It's not, we don't have time to go one by one because we have a long list of H5P types here. This is what I'm talking about, AR, which is AR element in H5P. Unfortunately, we don't have it supported in Ita'Leem, both in blue or black icons. But if you want to see, you can, see the content, and maybe you may test the content using different platform if you want to do it. Yeah, so we have long list of H5P elements. Okay, long list of H5P elements. Each can be downloaded and later can be reused in your Ita'Leem. But bear in mind, as I cautioned earlier, that some of the elements supported in Ita'Leem, some's not. Okay? I think I've stated like course presentation, branching scenario are not there in Ita'Leem. Okay? But interactive video, we have interactive video, but in blue icon, not in black icon. You may have the item to enrich your content, but to store in a form of like a scores, student marks, for instance. Maybe you want to use the marks for your formative assessment later. It's very difficult because it's not there integrated in Ita'Leem. So you may have it done in manual form. Okay, in manual form. And so on, so forth. Okay, so back to our presentation. Now we move to the next slide, which is hands-on activities. Okay. I hope that you have your Ita'Leem open and you are in one of your courses in Ita'Leem. Okay. The instruction is very straightforward. The instruction is very, very straightforward. Just select one H5P activity. And then, say for example, I select single question set. Okay. Step 2, or just customize the content with your own content. Add question and then fill in the questions with the content, along with the options or alternatives, 1, 2, 3, till the end. And then set the settings. I think I've reminded earlier that normally for retry button, we disable, as well as for the retry and there's another to show the correct answer. Also we disable the solution button. We disable that so that the student, they may challenge themselves to answer and then see end of the activity or what is the score obtained by each of them. And then later, the last step would be display the content with your students. If you want to share the content with your colleagues or peers, you may do so by clicking the share or reuse button just now. Okay. That's one way of doing it. Another is by sharing, I think by having the button appear, the reuse button appear, then you can have the H5P element downloaded to your computer. Okay. Or you can have it or download the item on your computer first, and then email or share with your peers using other means, WhatsApp or email or whatever means that you feel comfortable to communicate with your peers. Okay, so the steps, those steps are very straightforward. Okay. This is actually the URL I shared earlier, where you may see examples. Okay, those are the URL will lead you to this website. Okay, examples and downloads. You can see each element of H5P along with the demo, and then the demo can be reused because item for the reuse appear. Icon for the reuse in order to download the H5, the content in H5P format appear in each of the examples. Okay. For info, you can make it hidden. If you feel that you want to protect your content and you don't want it to be shared with others, you can make it hidden. The reuse button there can be hidden. Okay. So yeah, I mean, spend a time for you to navigate and then see the examples. It's from H5P, h5p.org. You can go through and see one after another how those elements of H5P can be implemented and how to get those items embedded in your Ita'Leem course. Okay. Provided again, provided there's, I think, the third time or fourth time I stated I highlighted this point. Provided that those items supported in the blue icon or the black icon. Okay, not all. Okay, not all supported. Yeah. Okay. So we move to the next. Okay, how to blend the process with AI. Okay, how to blend the process with AI. At the moment, we have two. We have ChatGPT and we have Gemini. Okay, so you can use either the first or the second. It's up to you. Which one you feel comfortable with? Just recently, I think, 2 days or, 2 days back, we attended Gemini training by the KPT, which is very useful. It's very useful. For ChatGPT, you have certain limitations there unless that you subscribe to the they call it what, pro account user. Then you can enjoy with the advantages or features of the pro. You can generate more, and then you can see that the content more using ChatGPT. For Gemini, you may use the education account of IIUM, so that that's entitle you to generate more content, more than the free account, free personal account, unless you subscribe to the pro one. Okay. So how to speed up the creation of H5P? You may use AI. How to use AI? You can create AI and utilize AI for the tool in creating the questions for the quiz activity. It can be done in that manner. Okay, it can be done in that manner. So you can give your content, upload your content to ChatGPT, for instance, and then ask ChatGPT to generate questions, quiz with 20 questions, quiz with 10 questions out from the content. Okay, in single choice set, for instance, it can be done that way. Okay. We have tested that with more than once, and then particular ChatGPT for Gemini, maybe it can be tailored in, you can customize a bit the result so that to make it compatible and usable to H5P, in Ita'Leem. Okay. But for ChatGPT, there is a feature that you can utilize to the fullest that will speed up your content creation, H5P content creation. Okay, in particular, creating the questions for your quiz activity. Okay, so you don't have to go one by one and then read one by one, or you can have it generated using AI. Okay. Okay. So how I think the procedures are very straightforward. Okay, because everyone is you are familiar with AI, Gemini or ChatGPT. Say for example, I have my ChatGPT. This is my ChatGPT account. Okay, so out from there, the good thing about in Gemini, we have additional, we have a feature which add additional capability of the Gemini so that you can reuse the prompt again and again with specific dedicated format. Okay, the feature we have that gem, they call it. Okay, we have that also explained during our previous 2 days training. In ChatGPT, we have it in GPTs. We have it in GPTs. Yeah. Okay. You may explore the rest of the other GPTs using, for the free account, maybe you have to key in the URL. You don't have the GPT stated in your sidebar. Okay. So you have to go by typing the URL, which is chatgpt.com/gpts. Like that. Then you can have this screen, this page, which is GPTs. Okay. It's similar in a way to GEMS, but with more capabilities. Okay, with more capabilities. You can have it shared, and then you can reuse it. Even to a certain extent, maybe it may require you to do subscription, okay, to pay certain amounts in order to subscribe to certain features, okay, for your own purpose, okay, for your purpose in creating the content. If you want to seek for H5P, I click the H5P. Oh, sorry. And I click search for H5P. I think we have several GPTs supporting H5P in different manners lah. Some of the GPT intended for creating quiz, some with multiple choice, some with single choice, some with another element of H5P for summary, some with Agamotto, some sequencing of for the pictures, and so on and so forth. Okay, so on and so forth. We have quite a number of GPTs supporting H5P for the automation. Okay, that will save you your time in creating the content in a particular questions lah. If you have a question, so you want to create those questions in a form of quiz for your H5P in Ita'Leem. Okay. Say for example, I don't want take time for the purpose of using GPTs here. I just want to show you some examples, okay, in a way that will guide you later, because I leave it to you to explore. Just bear in mind, this may require pro version user uh, to enjoy the full use of GPTs. For free version, you may use the GPTs, but I think with limited tries. I think maybe less than 5 times. Maybe less than 5 times. I'm not sure. The Mila, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah. So say for example, I have it H5P Twitter, the one I've tested earlier. I think here. Oh, not this one. Where is it? Oh, this one. Yeah. So this is the one. Okay, I just key in the text of my notes. Okay. You can give it in the form of like a PDF, or maybe you can just copy paste the text of your notes, and then out from the text, you want to generate several options available there in GPT H5P Tutor. Okay, you can create single choice or multiple choice, it's up to you. You can put it in the form of H5P glossary. You can put it in the form of H5P activities summary, or in generate several other options like mind map, engaging lesson question, and so on and so forth. But the first three is actually for H5P. Okay, in particular, creating questions. Okay, if you have for your quiz. The good thing about H5P Tutor is that the question is ready for you to copy paste. For other platforms like Notebook LM, it can be used to generate a question for quiz as well. But you have to tailor the content, the result, so that it may fit with your H5P. You have to do some adjustment. Maybe delete some alphabets or some characters here and there, and then do some adjustment. And maybe for Gemini, I haven't tested Gemini, so I'm yet to maybe later test Gemini for this. But the good thing about GPTs is that it's tailored for H5P. Just copy paste. Okay. So in my case, I think I select question for the quiz. Yeah, this is for the quiz. For quiz. Option A is actually for creating question single choice for H5P from the content. I just pasted the content earlier. So this is actually consists of the results actually consists of 10 questions. Okay, the first line is actually the question itself, along with the 3 options or 3 alternatives. The first alternative is the correct one. Okay, as we have seen earlier, from the single choice set, the first option alternative is the correct one. So it's actually the correct one. Right after the question, the first alternative is the correct one. So you just copy the whole thing. Okay, copy the whole thing. And then you open your Ita'Leem. Just go to the course content. Okay. Open mine. This is the one I did earlier, and edit my H5P content. Okay. So you have the questions. This is the default view of the questions. The default view of the question for single choice set. In order to copy paste and then paste it here, you have to move to textual. The default view is, this is the default view. You go to textual, just paste it here. Copy and then have it pasted here. the whole paragraph. Remove the one with symbol YAML and the rest. Just maintain with the main content only. Okay. I mean the rest of with some of the just remove those. Maintain with the main content only. Okay. So when you go to H5P in Ita'Leem, just have it pasted here. Okay, make sure it's clean. Then once done, you can move back to default. It's already detected. One single question along with the first option as the correct one. Okay. So those options will be checked alternatively during the display in front of your students. And that's the task of the system. It's not going to be displayed in this manner in this arrangement. It will be randomly displayed. Okay, alternatively, so that that's the nature of the quiz. 10 questions altogether. Okay. In just a second, you have it there, 10 questions, and have it pasted here. You can do it by all means, one by one. I have no issue with that. But you have the tool, at hand at the moment, which is ChatGPT as well as Gemini. Okay. In ChatGPT, we have dedicated GPTs, which is H5P tutor that you can use to create content for H5P. Okay, yeah. I think this is clearer. Unless you have another question, you may post the questions later in our Q&A. Okay, so far I think that I have shared, because I'm not going to go through one by one of H5P elements. I leave it to you in order to get some examples and some view of the content, how the content would be in action. You can just go to h5p.org and move to examples and downloads. You may see every element of H5P, and then it can be downloaded. Okay, you can download that type of H5P and then use those in your Ita'Leem content, provided that those elements or those types supported in Ita'Leem, either you are using the blue icon or you're using the black icon of H5P. Okay, so I keep stating this statement again and again and again, because it may happen that you see in H5P or RG one type of H5P. When you download the H5P file, then you want to upload in Ita'Leem, it wouldn't work. Simply because it's not supported in Ita'Leem. The element of H5P is not there in Ita'Leem, either in the blue or in black icon. So bear that in mind. Okay? Okay, some selected issues, just go one by one and then give you the scenario and then what H5P can offer, in what way we may suggest you to handle those issues. Okay, we may guide you of how to do it step by step, but I think if you understand the whole picture of how you can add H5P in your Ita'Leem course, I think you can do it. With just click of your mouse. Okay. Okay. So when we want to use the content and then you want to display the content to your students, it's not only that you allow your student to view and then through reading or maybe through scanning the content. Okay, we want to check their understanding as well. You want to know what type of degree of the learning that take place. You can do that by adding H5P as testing or assessment tool. Okay, just add along with the notes. Okay, in between the paragraph, an element of H5P in the form of like 5 questions in single choice set while they are reading the notes. Okay, so it can be done that way as an assessment to assess understanding. So along with the notes, you can have H5P elements. It can be done in Ita'Leem. It can be done in Ita'Leem. Because in Ita'Leem, if you want to add notes, there is an icon for you to add H5P. Okay, let me show you. In Ita'Leem, say for example, if you have notes, okay, so I move to course. Notes can be done in many ways. Okay, in many ways. In mine, I put it in the form of like page. So one single page of maybe notes. Yeah. So with the topic as stated. In between the paragraph, I add here H5P content. This is actually H5P content. Okay. Using Visual 360. And then if I move down a bit, I have another content, which is actually quiz within that note, okay, to check student understanding. Don't ask me why the content is irrelevant one and another. This is actually for me to expedite the material for our current training, okay, or sharing. But it can be done. It can be done in one single note, can embed H5P elements. If you move to settings, then you may see this is the content, and then along with the content, you can add H5P element. This is H5P element or H5P icon for you to add H5P elements using content bank, which is the integrated H5P blue icon in Ita'Leem. That can be included and can be easily inserted in your notes. Okay, that's what the integration is all about. It's there anywhere in Ita'Leem. Okay. Yeah. So that actually addresses the issues of checking the student understanding knowledge while they are revising or reading your notes. Okay, certain level of assessment for you to assess the student's understanding. Okay, it can be done in real time. Okay, while they are checking the points or maybe the content, they can respond to some of the questions or maybe some of the enriched elements that you may have in the lecture notes. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Of course, you can do that in a form of in different ways. You can have it a long list of items on your desktop, on your course desktop. A group of icons. One item would be the notes. Another item would be the H5P. Another item is in a group. Okay, it can be done that way as well. If you're not really comfortable embedding H5P contents within the notes itself. Yeah. So that's one issue. Another issue is that I think this notion is known to everyone. Okay, try not to ask question in the direct straight. The answer will be like direct or straight answer. No. Okay. Put it in a form of question that asking or challenge the student with some effort. Okay, like comparing two pictures. Okay, and then what are elements of differences that they may find between the two. Okay, if that is the scenario and that requires some analysis from the student side, you can implement that using H5P. Image juxtaposition is the best to do that. Okay. Let me show you how this item can be implemented in H5P. You can have it here, examples. What is there you go. Okay. Okay, these examples can be reused. You can download and see how it can be implemented, change with your picture, with your photo, and then test and have it share with your students later. Okay, let me make it. Can I make it big? Oh, tak boleh pula. Tak boleh. But it can be done in many ways. Okay. This is image juxtaposition. This is before and then this is after. Okay. And then ask your students some input in what way the two images are different. Okay. That requires some sort of like input from your students in analytical manner, not straightforward answer. Okay. Yeah. So H5P can help you, can assist you in doing so. Okay. Another scenario would be like yeah, you can use interactive book. Unfortunately, we don't have that available in Ita'Leem, but you can have like a notes or something explaining the nature of a project. If you have like a project, group project, and so on and so forth, that may require maybe half of the semester for the completion. Phase 1, you display the content using H5P, and then you can put it and you can break down using accordion type of H5P to explain nature of the project. And then we will see what actually the accordion H5P content looks like later after this. You can use later with the timeline H5P content in order to see one stage after another for the progress. And in the end, you will see the content itself. Okay, the content and the product from your student, the assignment product of the assignment of the project itself from your students. Okay, so how this can be addressed in H5P? In accordion, say what is actually the accordion H5P looks like. It's actually like yeah, this is an example of accordion. So you can explain it. Phase 1, what are the details? Phase 2, what are the details? And phase 3, what are the details? In explaining the nature of the project. Okay. And then for the timeline, where is it? Timeline, yeah. Okay, so this is timeline. Okay, so maybe after 2 weeks, what will be the achievement expected from the students? Then you can move to another period. What is actually the expectation? Up till the end, you will see that what is actually the output that you expected from your student to produce from the project. Okay, this can be explained in timeline manner. Okay, so they may understand. At certain particular time, what is actually the stage they should achieve while completing the project. Okay. And then later you can have it in the form of visual tools just now. That will require you to spend some effort, but later will engage student, okay, to view the content and then experience the content in many ways. Okay, enrich your teaching materials. For the feedback, it can be explained in a more impactful manner. Just give, some validations, explain if actually the level is not that good, where they can refer the notes, to, And then if it's like a branching, if branching is take place, then where in the branching H5P the material can be found. So you can explain the feedback in a better manner, in impactful manner. I'll explain the feedback. The feedback just now I've shared with you is very straightforward, but it can be explained in a better manner by keying your statement that will guide the student, and then will show the student, maybe demo the student the correct way of understanding the concept, or maybe the points that you have taught in the course. Summative feedback, which is actually very relevant to the previous one. For the formative, in a way that you allow the student to retry the activity again and again and again until they master the content, is very relevant lah. It's formative in nature. You have to train the student until they master that particular content or skills. For summative, in a way, you may understand maybe what are the weaknesses of your students, because each activity, when you apply with the blue icon, you can view student responses. Okay, and then you may analyze what are the errors normally committed by the students. So you may tackle that point and then address that point in class, or in any, that you feel suitable for you to tackle and address those weaknesses with your students. Okay. So that will be the way of how you can utilize H5P, okay, for formative as well as for summative, okay, to identify what are the weaknesses normally, because you may know the whole feedback from the whole class, students in your class. So you may see what are the questions normally they got them error, what are the questions they got it 100% accurate. So you may know what are the difficult questions, what are the simpler questions that you may later focus on the errors that normally the student will committed to while answering the quiz questions. Interactive video. You have interactive video there in the H5P with black icon. Okay, I have it as well in my Ita'Leem. You can have it also there in Ita'Leem H5P. This is the interactive video. Okay, so you may see here the video. If I enlarge the screen, you may see here the video. While viewing the video, you can see some interactivities there. Okay, you may answer maybe questions, maybe information, additional info, some quick checking the student knowledge, and so on. You can add interactivity while the student viewing the content of the video. Okay, and then you can check the understanding at the same time. Okay, we have this particular H5P content or type in the black H5P and the black icon of H5P in Ita'Leem, but we don't have it for the blue one. Okay. Yeah. You can download and reuse the content. You want to do so, then have it downloaded using the black one. Have it inserted in your Ita'Leem using the black H5P icon, not the blue one. You don't have that option for the blue one. And then later, I think the rest is very because more to the features are not there in Ita'Leem. This require kind of like this is for the actual image sequencing. You can have it image sequencing. Let me see. Yeah, this is image sequencing. Yeah, the one I have shown you earlier. To explain one stage after another and then ask for student interaction or input, whether you can ask in group or you can ask individually. Okay, you can create this as an activity for the discussions, okay, in class or for online discussions. Yeah, and then I think the rest would be we require more than the one that we have that available in our Ita'Leem. This area we don't have this in Ita'Leem. Another, we have interactive book as well as branching scenario that require as well, and then we don't have this feature in Ita'Leem. Okay. So in a nutshell, before we move to questions. We really advise everyone to use H5P, the blue icon, with that integrative features. So you may see if scores from the student, you want to tabulate the scores, you may see that particular information in the gradebook. Okay, but you don't have that for the direct icon, okay, because of the lag in the integration. And then make sure that show solutions are being disabled. You have to deselect to show solution as well as retry mode if you want to check, understand so better, unless that you want to train just a matter of, quick question for your students. But for the purpose of checking the understanding, please disable show solution and please disable retry mode. If the nature of the H5P in the form of like questions, either in single choice set or in multiple choice. And then for the completion, you can set the completion for each of the item. For each of the item in Ita'Leem, if you go to Ita'Leem, you can set if the Ita'Leem is being marked as recorded. The degree of completion been recorded, not all, not all, unless you set your course to be recorded. Every single student activities can be recorded. So there is a completion. Okay, student can mark it as completed, or maybe when the student complete certain level of score, this activity can be marked completed. You can set that. It's good to have it set so that you may know what are the activities done by the student, what are the activities yet to be done by the students. And I think later this is actually to leverage on the H5P analytics. The result, the whole result of H5P elements, so that you may know what are the weaknesses from your students in doing those activities. It can be done that way for you to pinpoint the weaknesses that maybe later you can address those weaknesses in your class sessions with your students. And then I think for the effective deployment, make sure that you enable the H5P in most of your teaching materials, as I have highlighted earlier. And then make your H5P activity as formative assessment rather than summative assessment. Okay, in order to check student understanding, in order to make sure that they know the concept in a better manner by throwing some one or two questions, checking the understanding. And then, of course, content in Ita'Leem available across Ita'Leem courses. You can use those H5P in other courses as well. because it's been stored in content bank of Ita'Leem. So any course in the Ita'Leem, you can use the similar H5P element that we have created and stored in Ita'Leem content bank. Okay. Next would be some tips and challenges. I think some of the points has been stated earlier. Disable the try, disable the solution, and then make sure that it be used for formative rather than summative. Prepare in advance the content by leveraging the AI tools, either ChatGPT or Gemini. Okay. Yeah, and then reuse. You can use and reuse your content by enabling that button. That button can be hidden, can be made hidden just now, as I have stated. If you go to the options there, under appearance, where is it? Oh, you have to go to the course content itself. Yeah, say for example, one quiz, and then under setting, there you go. Allow download. Make sure that when you click allow download, the reuse link or icon will appear. If you disable allow download, then that particular icon is hidden. Okay, so this is the option. Okay. For online, some of you may be familiar with the drawback of online assessment. So those are actually points that you need to bear in mind while you're doing online assessments. So in a nutshell, please make sure that get one of your content and then include with H5P element, so that will enrich somehow student learning experience. Okay, because end of the day, student will value and appreciate, okay, that element, not only the grade that they obtain end of the semester, but the content itself. Okay, the content itself. I think with that note, I end my presentation. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Prof. Mira, and thank you, Mr. Chairman. And then back to you, the session. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Feham. There's a few questions. I'll just scroll back to the top. The first one is, what is the difference between this H5P quiz and the usual quiz in Ita'Leem?
Okay. I think I did address this issue. H5P is the use is for formative assessment rather than summative assessment. Whereas for assessment quiz in Ita'Leem, you may use that for the summative assessment. It can be used for scoring certain marks for the total marks of the course. And the quiz actually integrated well with the gradebook. Okay, with the gradebook. Whereas for H5P, I did mention there are loopholes. For those who know IT and good in IT, it can be somehow, I mean, the system can be manipulated. Because there is student can keep retry, do and redo the activity again and again and again until in the end they obtain 100%. Correct. Okay. So better use it as formative assessment rather than summative assessment. So for summative assessment, you go to quiz once you limit the times twice, then it's only twice, not more. Whereas for H5P, student can do and redo as many times as they want. Okay. So in terms of the feedback, in terms of the number of questions, I think almost similar. But the way of how you deal with the type of assessment that you want it to be, that will limit whether you want to use H5P or you want to use quiz in Ita'Leem. Yeah.
So there's one question, Prof. Can you please share on how to use the speak the word set, and does it need to be integrated with Ita'Leem?
For the speak, okay. You may view it from here, from the examples. Speak, down here, speak the words.
Yes.
And then speak the word
word
set.
Yeah.
For speak the words, it's actually one single word. Whereas for speak the word set, is actually a statement, longer. Yes, statement or longer. You can have it here, and then like what is actually the answer 2 plus 2, you can just click push in order to give the answer in verbally. Okay, answer verbally. So for example, push, I click here. 4 this is then answer is what is the word? This is the you go and back. You can move and scroll down. You see, and this is a speak. You can talk what's the word. It is one that word will be all of the statement. It is one that word. Yeah.
Okay. There's a few also questions that has been addressed by Prof. Mira. And Prof. Mira also created a generic H5P that can be used to allow students to self-assess their learning readiness. This has been shared in the chat box, and the participants can download the H5P. There's one asking just now, you showed how to create content with ChatGPT. Was this within Ita'Leem or outside in Google? I think outside. I think I can also address outside. It's not in Ita'Leem, it's the normal ChatGPT. So how can we generate H5P via Gemini? I think Dr. Feham showed through GPT, but Gemini, would you like to show or?
Jadi the one that you have like chance, and then there is let's say you share the game with someone else. So you have to
Dr. Feham, I think, sorry, Dr. Feham, I think your voice is unclear now. I'm not sure
There's echo. I thought it was my
Yeah.
laptop. Okay.
Maybe that's because of the speak the word just now. If you can close that.
Maybe you can switch off the browser, Dr. Feham. I think because you use the tool, speak the words, I think it's disturbing your. Yeah, maybe you can close the browser. You can close the browser for speak the words. Maybe that's what's interfering with your speaker. Maybe.
Mm, We cannot hear you. Sorry, Dr. Feham. Not sure why.
Yeah, the echo is still there. Hmm, maybe switch off all the browser for H5P. It started when you use the speak to word function. So somehow that was when everything we actually cannot hear. It's there's a echo. So mm, maybe this one webcam. Is this interfering?
Hello.
Yes, yes. Okay,
Boleh
excellent.
eh?
Yeah, but
Kena guna mikrofon juga.
okay.
Okay. So itulah maknanya there is no dedicated jams. Whereas
Mm.
I closed my browser already, so it may take time for me to show the whole thing once again. But yeah, that's the whole idea. That's the
Okay.
whole idea. For GPT, you have dedicated GPT that will
Mm.
simplify your I mean your life in creating the question for the quiz. You can create it, just generate the quiz and then have it copy paste to your H5P quiz activity. I have to test yet lah. I have to yet test the Gemini for the use of H5P there. Maybe it can be generated along with how many questions you want, but
Mm.
you have to tailor a bit. You have to edit. I mean, the formatting of the quiz. You have to remove the number A, B, C. I'm not sure.
Mm.
In order to fit with H5P. Yeah.
When we go to textual, it looks sort of what do you call that? If there's a stem and then followed by three alternatives, and then if let's say we do it even in words and copy paste, would it also work, or it's being embedded with certain coding when you copy paste it from H5P?
The one generated is actually text only.
Okay.
So in Word, I'm not sure because Word file, if you copy the text itself, text only as only, while you are using Word,
Mm-hmm.
I think it may work. Uh, I think it should be straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, I mean, with some formatting, because the textual is actually text only format. You can
Okay.
use it using any notepad, any note software, like Notes or even different other software for taking the notes.
Okay.
Provided that is only text.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Extension to the question, how I think this maybe this person missed how to find GPT tutor within ChatGPT. Very
Tadi saya bagi
briefly.
link dia kan. Link
Yeah.
dia GPT, saya chatgpt.com/GPTS.
Okay.
Because for the free user, you have to go using this URL. For the subscriber, you can go direct from chatgpt.com. You have the link in your sidebar.
Okay. So we can search from there. Okay, let me just check a few. Yep, I think that's covered all the questions. Any other questions anyone would like to ask? We have another 2 minutes, inshallah. You can raise your hand or unmute your mic and then you can ask the questions directly to the. Okay. Any more questions? Dr. Feham, if I may ask, I saw that under the blue H5P and the black H5P, there is the single choice set. So is it so meaning for the blue one, it will be recorded that we can see the answers by the students. They can look back at their answers. But for the black one, it's more of interactive and it's not being recorded. So if let's say we choose the single choice under the black H5P, then they are not stored in the grade book. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
true? Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. That's actually the point that I have highlighted earlier and then reminded all that feature is not a part of the integration. Whereas the
Mm.
blue one, we have that feature integrated in Ita'Leem.
Okay. So
Correct.
I think we can still use for the blue one, but it wouldn't be stored. So if the blue one means it's
It's
always
actually Dr. Ashraf. It
yeah.
actually can be implemented there.
Okay. Can do it.
If based on your discussion at higher level, especially at CPD and then the one who maintain the policy of Ita'Leem use, if you
Mhm.
feel that you want to integrate those features of H5P more, it can be embedded and then install and then have it implemented there more than the existing one.
Hmm. I think some of the issues there's the in terms of stability, Dr. Feham, that's
Yes,
something
yes.
that more
That
of the
you have
content.
there is pro and con lah.
That's come among the issues with with IT. They sometimes reported that instability of the tool. So that's the challenges that comes together with the advantages of H5P. But anyway, any last question? Okay, could you please type the link for the tutor here? I couldn't catch it. Tutor. I shared the link just now for the download, but we can share it again here. Somebody can from the admin can copy paste the link. Yeah, the one that Feham is actually showing. This one is
Dia chatgpt.com
yeah.
GPTS. This is for the free user. Then you can obtain the functionality of GPTs.
Yep. So this one is the GPTs. The other one is the Dr. Samiullah here shares the H5P contents and downloads. So we've got two things here. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Feham. Alhamdulillah. I remember the last time you did online training was during COVID. I'm not sure, maybe I missed. But you taught us on H5P. Maybe there are new users, new stuff, and then sometimes we also need a refresher. And Alhamdulillah, Dr. Feham has covered a lot and also integrated with the use of the ChatGPT to create the what do you call that the set of questions which can be copy pasted into the single questions and so on in the H5P. So hopefully we can explore, and there's a lot to explore, and we can integrate in our teaching inshallah next week. So with that, can we take a photo to would you
Yes,
like
yes, sure.
to unshare? Okay, thank you. And we need to remove the spotlight. Okay, Sister Uzma will help us.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
First page. Everyone can open camera. Let's wait first. Okay, first page. 1, 2, 3. Then second page. Second page. Third page. 1, 2, 3. Fourth page. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Fifth page. 1, 2, 3. 6.
How many more?
One more.
Oh, okay.
All right, the last one. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's all.
Okay, thank you very much. Alhamdulillah, thank you once again to Dr. Feham. And we
Thank you very much,
also
everyone.
would like to remind everyone to fill in the evaluation form. And next week, on the 3rd of March, we have a sharing by Dr. Karina on as insights on her as the one of the micro-credential module content creator. So you can see that how upon using H5P, you can implement in micro-credentials and so on, inshallah. So please come again for our webinar, inshallah. Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem. So happy fasting, inshallah. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you,
Barakallahu.
everyone.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam.